Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. How are you today? I hope you are still healthy and have good condition. The Honorable Miss Rika Afrianti as our lecturer, and then all my beloved friends. Okay, we are from Group C. Today we will explain to you about approach to student misbehavior. Before we start the presentation, I would like to introduce our member. The first one is Raju, as presenter that will be explain about classroom approach and overview and then making it simple. And the second one is Nabila Arifa as presenter that will explain to you about student-oriented approach and a teacher-oriented approach. And the last is myself. I'm Sinta Andila as moderator and presenter that will explain to you about a group. Okay, let me start the presentation. The first material that will explain by Raju. To Raju, time is yours.
Classroom approach and overview. Whether they found them appropriate, the use of common sense models in the classroom is not encouraged as they are reactive and lack as well conceptualized base and consistency. Zalo 10977, they can be seen as straightforward tricks to solve practical problems. Theoretically based models, on the other hand, give teachers a greater working knowledge of alternatives at their disposal for dealing with different kind of. Making it simple. Dealing with student inappropriate behavior. Teachers may find the various models and the theories that support the frameworks complex. Raymond Lewis attempt to provide a simple classification built on the idea that when dealing with pupils and inappropriate behaviors, teachers can control, manage, the influence pupils to maintain classroom discipline.
3. A student-oriented approach. In Lewis' framework, the student-oriented approach is equated to the models of influence. Thomas Garden's concept of discipline as self-control and his teacher's effectiveness training reflect the principles of a student-oriented approach very clearly, as indicated in the box below. Advocates of this approach use non-interventionist strategies, believing that individual students are capable of understanding and solving their own problems, and that, in general, it is impossible for one person to make appropriate decisions for other people. A teacher-oriented approach. In Lewis' framework, the teacher-oriented approach is equated with the model of control which Lee and Marlin centers. Assertiveness model is an example. This approach views child as being unable to make rational decisions in their best interest, and so gives teachers the responsibility for deciding what is from them. While this shows teachers' concern for their students, it gives teachers the right to exert their authority and requires the students to adhere to a standard of discipline in the classroom which allows effective instructions to take place.
Okay, I will explain to you about group-oriented approach. In Lewis' framework, the group-oriented approach is equated with the management model which lies in the middle of continuum between the teacher-oriented and student-oriented approach. A good example of this approach is represented by Rudolf Dreikurs' social discipline model, which asserts that first and foremost, humans are social animals and that all behavior, including misbehavior, is directed purposely toward achieving social recognition and respect. Dreikurs argues that students' actions are aimed at four major goals, namely, getting attention, seeking power, revenge, and helplessness. And so misbehavior is seen as a result of using the wrong means to gain social acceptance. Teacher must understand what has gone wrong in order to direct the student, to respect them, and to regain a sense of belonging among their. Maksudnya di sini, manusia adalah makhluk sosial dan semua perilaku diarahkan untuk mencapai pengakuan sosial dan rasa hormat. Dreikurs berpendapat bahwa tindakan siswa ditujukan pada 4 tujuan utama, yaitu perhatian, mendapatkan perhatian, mencari kekuasaan, balas dendam, dan ketidakberdayaan atau ketidakmampuan. Perilaku ini biasanya dilihat sebagai hasil dari menggunakan cara yang salah untuk mendapatkan penerimaan sosial. Nah, untuk itu, sebagai seorang guru, kita harus memahami apa yang salah dalam rangka tersebut dan mengarahkan siswa untuk menghormati mereka dan untuk mendapatkan kembali rasa menjadi bagian di antara teman-teman mereka. Okay, I think that's all about our presentation for today. I'm so sorry for our mistake. Thank you very much for your attention and see you in the next time. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.